Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, welcome to Thursday. I hope it finds you extremely, extremely well out there. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. A bunch of announcements. Number one, I still have the 1520s from yesterday. $3,925. I should not do this again, but I'm going to give you one more shot at it. Gold's up $50 plus, 41.31. Let's call it 41.30. So 41.30. I'm at 39.25. That's $205 under spot. You heard me right. $205 under spot. It's like, I don't know, $75 under melt, right? Because it's just under an ounce of these 20s, right? If you melted it down, you got $4,000 worth of gold. It is like $140, $150 under my cost. And I got 15 of them. 15 $20 gold pieces. Spot $4,130. You get to pay $3,925. Silver's up several dollars now, back above $60 to the ounce. And I've got 10 rolls of the cheapest silver eagles in the country, $1,295. And just to kind of give you guys an idea, you know, you're talking about it's like $1 over my cost. Yeah, so there you go. Two huge, great items. They're extremely limited. Get in and buy on any of these, especially when, obviously, I'm able to offer them to you, below cost or at cost, below spot, below melt, below this, below that. Jump on them. Two huge opportunities. Then, for those of you that have not, or maybe those of you that have written off Texit, I've been trying to warn you. Not warn you, tell you, listen, guys, great things are coming. I know it's been a while, but it's coming. Today, you're probably, I don't know, you probably haven't noticed. Not that listen, we're not bragging. We've gone from 10 cents to 13 cents. I've been telling you, hey, the drive to 5 before the big crypto event in October. This is real. We're going to go much higher than that. I'm telling you. We have huge things coming. But don't take my word for it. If you go out to texitcoin.org, up at the top, they have foundation and a drop-down menu, discovery, resources, exchange. Can it go to discovery? A drop-down menu will appear. You just click the down arrow button or hover your cursor over it and click on legal updates. When you click on that, you can scroll down and see the latest. Yesterday, Quinn Emanuel filed for a dismissal with the judge, and it is quite the read. I don't know, judges don't like to dismiss stuff, and of course it's the state of Texas, but you can see clearly why we are so confident in winning. This is just my guess. I think the state of Texas panicked and really thought we were running a scam. That's just what, because what they, and the funny thing is you defend the charges, and the biggest one, well, I guess, what Bobby didn't tell people about his bankruptcy. Yeah, he did. Heck, I've told you guys. You guys know that. I mean, that's not even a secret. And the funny part is, legally, he didn't even have to. But, of course, he tells you everything. The good news is they did such a poor job in what it was they decided to come after Texacoin for. It's going to be pretty easy. It appears pretty easy to defend. And, again, I know a lot of people think that, and they may. I don't know. I will say this. The state of Texas will respond to it, but the case starts on the 17th, no matter what happens, August 17th. Now, obviously, the judge could rule to dismiss it, but you'll also see in there the legal experts we have, all the SEC stuff. Everything's all in there. I want you to go check it out, because I think you're going to understand what it is that, well, let's just say that I may have bought some more Texacoin yesterday. If you want to get into Orem, or you want to get into Iskander because of the Texas thing, call and get in. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Let's take a look at the markets. Dow's up 90. S&P's up 40. The Nasdaq's up 179. The 10-year note down a little bit, 4.55. And I don't, the oil's down $1. Don't know what's going on with Iran. I don't know. Deal, no deal. Call, no call. Bombing, no bombing. Gold's up 52. Silver's up 204. Like I said, be ready. We've got huge opportunities in this market. $20 gold pieces, $39.25. I mean, it's just incredible that you'd be able to do this. $205 below spot. Like $140 below cost. It's crazy. And then I've got 10 rolls of Silver Eagles. Listen, we're $1 over cost on them. $1,295. Take your pick. Buy some of both. But I've only got 15, 20. So I've got 10 rolls of Silver Eagles, 800-951-0592 for you in Phoenix. I have them here. Colorado, you order them. We'll get them up to Jason lickety-split. So please take advantage. We learned yesterday the Chinese bought another 15 tons of gold in June as they continue to ramp up their gold purchases. By the way, they have set up another exchange in Hong Kong. The Chinese really starting to make a move now. They got the Shanghai exchange. Now they're setting up another one in Hong Kong to essentially work together with Shanghai. And, of course, why would they do that? Well, Hong Kong is, yes, it's part of China, and yes, China, but, it's China light, right? They got a little more freedoms over there. And, of course, well-established banking hub from way back when, obviously the British owned it forever and a day. Gold is going to be another one of these winners. We heard from the central bank yesterday. We got the minutes, right, from the last meeting. Remember the last meeting, Kevin Warsh's first meeting? They did a lot of tough talk about inflation and all of that kind of stuff. And, of course, why didn't they raise rates? because they're not going to. But the minutes, it was interesting. There was some on the committee that wanted to raise rates. The problem that they had is none of them wanted to raise rates more than once. Right. Well, wait a minute. If you're going to fight inflation, right, you're going to have to go on okay, hey, listen, we're going to have to raise rates 3, 4, 5 times. But again, guys, it's about talk. It's not about actual doing. The whole big thing is they still stick to this. This is what stuck out to me. The majority of the participants, I like how they say that, right? The majority of them still want to believe that in the medium and long term. Now, they don't tell us, well, how long is medium and long term? Right? I don't know. Is medium a year? Is medium 3 years? 5 years? How long is long term? Is long term 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? But they expect that the inflation expectations will be consistent with the 2% objective. They also said that after several years of much higher than inflation, that, hey, we think eventually, Jason, at some point in the medium, long term, right, at some point it'll get back to 2%, we promise. So that was the big takeaway. Like a couple of people, well, I'm willing to raise rates one time just to show them. But if we wait long enough, we hope the inflation rate will go back down.
Yeah, I was watching some Kevin Warsh comments, and he made the comment, we need to be quieter when we print the money.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about. So basically what he's saying is we're going to print money and not tell anybody about it. Now, we've seen this before with the FOIA request about what actually got printed around the housing crash. It wasn't $5.5 trillion, which was a horrible number. It was $29 trillion. So Kevin Warsh, in one of his, I don't watch all this stuff. Joe watches more than I do, but it's hard to watch all of this stuff. But he was speaking about when we print money, we are going to be quiet about when we print it, and we're going to lower the rates. And that's what he said he's going to do. So, Joe, maybe they'll do the one rate hike. I don't know why they would, because if your goal is to inflate and money print, in a lower rates, why would you start by raising the rates? You might as well get into your plan, right? And as I showed a couple of weeks ago, except for Janet Yellen for the most part, the last bunch of Fed chiefs that came in, there was an economic disaster right about the time they came in. And with Alan Greenspan, it happened within 2 months. With Bernanke, it was bad. And Jerome Powell, it was not good. He got hit with the repo market and COVID. So they can blame, they're going to blame whatever they're going to blame, but they do say what they're going to do quietly without telling anybody. We're going to print money. Now they're just going to print it and just not say anything, Joe. That's what's going to happen.
Well, and Kevin Warsh, think about this. Okay, he no longer. I will not fill out a dot plot. Matter of fact, if the committee members decide not to fill one out, great. The market too dependent on what we say, so we want to say less.
Yes. Yep.
Right? Okay. You got to understand what he's really getting at. Hey, we don't want to really talk anymore. But why not? I mean, you spent, and really it started with Greenspan, right? He started this whole, let's talk a lot. Let's tell the markets more about what we're thinking. It'll be better, right? Of course, gets you bigger bubbles, right? Obviously. But they felt like they had great news to tell you. Think about it. The end of the 90s, Alan Greenspan was telling us we don't want those jobs. He was telling us the debt was going to be paid off by 2010, right? And obviously no one even heard. This quantitative easing hadn't even been invented yet, right? Interest rates, right? Interest rates don't go to zero. Like, you think about this. I want you to understand, historically, we are in maybe the last 25 years, the most crazy period in Federal Reserve history, probably outside of taking the gold from everybody in 1933. We're at, 3.5 to 3.75 Fed's funds rate. Do you know historically that would be near record lows? Record lows. Right up until the last 25 years. And here's what they found out. Well, gosh, we're out here for the last 20 years. We keep telling our story. Right now we have a press conference after every meeting. You know that they did not used to do that. They didn't have press conference. We'll have a press conference every other meeting. Now it's every meeting. Every Fed governor, they can't wait to get on CNBC. Right? Blah, 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 blah. Here's the problem. What's been happening as they've been telling this story for the last 20 years? What's been happening? More and more countries buy more and more gold. More and more countries trying to figure out how to hold less dollars. Right? And now all of a sudden, here comes Kevin Warsh. Comes out, oh my gosh, he acts like he's going to be Paul Volcker. I'm going to crush this inflation. We're going to pound it. And then says, oh, by the way, we talk too much. We tell everybody too much. So we need to talk less. Now, I'm going to ask you, do you think he's saying that because they think the story that they're going to tell is going to be better? Of course not. They were like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you the next part of the story.
Right?
No, they're like, wait till they find out how much money we're really going to print.
In that thing I was watching, he said, look, in this little plan, because they will speak. He's telling you he's not going to speak, but he will tell you at some point if you're listening. But he said, yeah, the other thing was, and we've heard this already, Joe, moderately higher regular inflation. The inflation will be a regularly a higher level. Well, because they want to cook out the debt to GDP. So they have to have higher inflation. He's being kind of, he's being dishonest completely. They want some pretty hot inflation because the hotter it gets, the faster they can burn off some of that debt to GDP. Who knows what we're looking at, Joe? Because they cook up a nice, ugly false flag situation somewhere, and then we got hyperinflation now, guys. It ain't the Fed's fault. It's the big thing that blew up in the Middle East, and but that's okay. We'll get on top of this as soon as that debt to GDP gets low enough. So don't expect any oil tankers to be coming out of the Gulf, right? Got to keep those oil prices up. $71 barrel oil. That's not how the debt to GDP goes away. We need $80, $90 a barrel minimum. So yeah, it's fun. It's interesting how much they're trying to cook up the inflation, how much the recessionary depressive forces are really stamping it back, Joe. It's almost like they can't get it. The more and more we talk about local businesses, there was at the crypto meeting last night, there was a couple more businesses. A guy one of our signups was talking to us saying, the concrete guys around here are desperate to get more jobs. They are out of work. There's no concrete work here. They're building houses like crazy, but the smaller independent companies, work is drying up, Joe. Nobody has money. That's depressive. That stops inflation. You want money to go crazy. And that means, as Kevin Warsh said, we want to print a lot of money. We just won't tell people we're doing it. Remember how I said at the beginning of the year, Joe, that there was going to be, $4.7 trillion quietly coming in. Remember that? That was passed with the laws that they passed in the first year of Trump's second term. And that money's coming in. And it's not all in yet. We're halfway through the year. And it's funny how this money's coming in, and it's not really hitting as hard as I think they wanted it to, Joe.
Well, I'm going to say this. We had a bad home sale print today. To Jason's point, it hasn't been working, and their only solution is, okay, well, if it's not working, what do we do? I know, print more money. 800-951-0592. I don't know, Jason, I'm not sure if the mic's working or not. I have 15 20s, 39 and a quarter. By the way, I want you guys to know this. I can sell these back to the wholesaler right now and get more money. So, here's where I'm at. You got till today. And I don't know what else to do. So, 39 and a quarter, we're $205 under spot. We're, I don't even know what, $75, $80 under melt. $140 under cost. I got 10 rolls of Silver Eagles that I'm going to be the cheapest in the country, $1,295. That's like $1 over cost. At 800-951-0592. Jason, we keep trying to tell you, be able to have some critical thinking here. And understand, see through the nonsense. You know, the whole Iran, it's just nonsense. Just an excuse to spend even more money. I don't even want to think about how much did it cost this last round of bombing. Because, right, what did it cost? And then what, 12 hours? Like, well, you know, maybe we're going to have a deal. I don't know. We'll see. They're scumbags. Oh, they called.
Well, look how much money got printed during COVID. They just doubled it. They just doubled the money supply. All it took is one incident, and they doubled the money supply. That's how you get that inflation going, Joe. That's how you get that debt to GDP down. You need another COVID.
COLA adjustments this year is going to be another big one. Already, listen, we lost a whole year this year to win the money. You know, there's no money in the trust funds, just so you know. It just goes onto the debt. They just pretend, okay? That's all they do. They just pretend. We're going to get that information, which is what? Going to shorten the clock again? How about this? It's already time. Here we are. It's July. Well, you know, the whole Affordable Care nonsense thing, right? Everyone's got to sign up before the end of the year, right? And, of course, everyone flipped out last year. They had a 20% increase last year. Well, already 77 insurers that are in the program, see, they've got to submit how much they're going to charge and then make that publicly available. Right? Because, you know, apparently, guys, you know what? I'm just laughing because I wonder how many people that don't listen to this show even know that this is a thing. They wait until our insurance is going to run out. What's our cost now? They've already said, ready for this, the median increase. So this is the lowest number. Another 14% rate hike is coming for the insurance premiums, and I promise you this is the government number. So all of you that don't have government insurance, get ready. You're going to have a bigger number than that for the coming year. So when we talk about more inflation, listen, yeah, I know gas prices went down. We're still $3.75 here. Nothing else is. Nothing else is. So at least Think about this. The government is telling us as far as healthcare insurance, that's just insurance. And by the way, here's the problem with the numbers they give. You know what they don't tell you? Oh, and here's all the things we're also not covering. Here's a 14% increase. And oh, by the way, we stopped covering this and that, and we raised the copays. 34% in 2 years. 34%, and yet they try to tell, oh, inflation's 3.4%. You know, Jason, it's just nonsense. These numbers that they put out every day are nothing but nonsense. How about like new home sales? Guess what? Home prices still up another 2%. The median new home. So this is the lower number. $440,000. Yes. That's what it costs to get a new home. And I'm talking, this is a crappy new home. And what I mean by crappy, well, it's probably a 3-bed, 2-bath, 40 miles away from where you work, and on a postage stamp, right, that you get to make, you know, a 6.8% mortgage payment on. Congratulations. You know what the average price is now on new homes? $500,000. $500,000 is the average rate. And again, guess what? That's postage stamp adjacent, Jason, right? I mean, it's not like you're getting, oh my gosh, look at, I've got a 5-bedroom, 4,000 square foot house and an acre lot. No, maybe you got 1,800 square feet instead of 1,600, right? I mean, that's about the only difference.
And what are those prices you mentioned again? What are those levels to buy that?
440.
Yep.
To 500,000.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yep. Yeah, when I sold my house to buy into Patriot, I think I got $350 for it. That was back in 2018, and I think it's $450, $470 is what they have that house for now. It's under 1,800 square feet, 1,777, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
No, that's where it's at.
Right.
Yeah, it's right in there. I mean, I know a $500,000 house. I remember watching Archie Bunker talk about when he bought his home in New York for $20,000. I remember watching All in the Family. He's talking about his mortgage on his house that he had to pay $20,000 for. You know, and I think the Jeffersons moved in next door and had to pay like $27,000 or something.
You know, and you think about this. That's one generation ago. So my parents, right? That's what they paid. Their first house wasn't even $30,000.
Yep.
It wasn't even $30,000. Look at me. Mine and Sarah's first home, $135,000. And guess what I'm talking about? Way out of town, on a postage stamp lot. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, right? 1,680 square feet. But that was reasonable. By the way, the rate was about where it was today. 800-951-0592. Boy, I hope AI can deliver. People are starting to doubt that it's gonna. Well, here's the thing. I think AI will deliver, just nowhere near the nonsense that they've priced the stocks to deliver, right? We know this. Jason, they're going to have to print a lot of money. Pepsi. You know, Jason, we talked about Walmart yesterday.
Yep.
Walmart's going to lower the prices.
Soda was one of the headline things that they were lowering the prices on.
Soda, chips, right? You know, that hamburger that comes in that big tube that's like, I don't even know, the lowest quality. They're going to make that a little cheaper for you. Right? Maybe you'll be able to get a hot dogs. Hot dogs, right? They're going to lower the price of the hot dog for you. Pepsi says the consumer worse off than we anticipated as they missed on earnings. Porsche, weakest sales in 6 years. But here's the funny thing. You know who they blamed it on? It was the Chinese. The Chinese weren't buying enough Porsches out there. And, of course, we told you home sales missed. But jobless claims today, 215, right? That's the new number now, 250. Let's say 250, 250, 250. It's going to be 215. But yet the labor force participation rate is now the lowest ever. Now, you got to put the COVID caveat because, no one really knows, right? Even if you weren't working but the government was paying you where you're working, the lowest ever. These are the things that say to me, boy, they're going to print way more money because this is the only option. And again, this has been the directive, right? Grow our way out of it. They have to figure out a way to weaken the dollar. I mean, that's the play here. The play here is weaken the dollar. And unfortunately, it's just not working, right? Because every time we decide that we need to drop more bombs on Iran, the dollar, the dollar is really at multi-year highs. It's super strong right now, but for all the wrong reasons. Right? When we look at GDP growth, not happening. I mean, I'm expecting a better number here this quarter, right? Second and third quarters are usually our better quarters. But it is interesting that we're kind of seeing the consumer slowing down, right? We got you kind of got a boost from the tax refunds, right? They gave, you poor people got a few more dollars this year, but then the gas kind of took it all away from them. And I don't know, Jason, I don't know that cheap gas can save them. And it seems like the president is bent on only letting gas be so cheap.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's enough. Of course, now listen, it was great. He came out on TV last week. All right, you gas company, you stop charging the consumers too much. Doesn't it? Gas is a lost leader, you guys. Does people not understand that? They charge the least amount possible. Why? Because they want you to go into the store. That's where they make all the money. All the Circle K, they don't make money on gas. Right? Walmart, right? Walmart, they got cheap gas. Costco.
Buc-ee's.
Right? Buc-ee's. Thank you, Jason. You know what? I will say this. My wife did say to me, hey, maybe if we're bored this weekend, we'll drive to Buc-ee's just to check it out. Because it's all the way across town. It's on the west side, way out of town. Again, I bet you that there's new homes near Buc-ee's that you can get for $400,000 or $500,000. Can kind of give you an idea of where it is, right? It's out there. But maybe
some 24-plex apartment buildings. Maybe build some of those over there.
Oh gosh, they build like where I live. That's all they build.
Yep,
that's it. They don't build anything but apartments.
Well, two bedrooms, $2,500 a month, maybe more.
Oh yeah. Oh.
3,500?
Yeah, it's over 3, and
wow.
they put the word luxury on it. Yeah, luxury apartment. Yeah, right.
A luxury apartment.
Sure. I'm not sure what that means, but it's a luxury.
Is that kind of the same as saying a small mansion?
Yeah.
Come buy one of our small mansions.
It's luxury.
Well,
you know what? I'll say this. Here's the difference. You know what it is? What the difference is? It's new, right?
Yeah.
It's new. What do you call it? That fake wood.
Yeah.
Right.
I always found it was funny when an apartment building goes up for sale and they sell the single units to So now you're buying a townhome.
Yes.
When you buy when apartment's no longer for rent, you get to buy it. Now it's a townhome.
That happened here. A bunch of the older apartments are now
for sale,
like townhomes.
Townhomes,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Get your luxurious antiqued townhome. Only $250,000.
Wow.
I wonder if that little piece of land that Jack bought me to become a lord in Scotland, I wonder how much that little square foot of turf is.
Hey, who knows, right?
I'll bet it's worth about twice what Jack paid for it now. It's probably worth $100 instead of $50.
Hey, you want to be a lord, you got to have a lot of gold put away.
Yep.
And today's your day. 339.25. I still got him. Like, listen, not one person has called the phone. There's not even one line lit up. 800-951-0592. We'll be back right after the break. 800-951-0592. Gold's up $54, $41.30. Gotta feel pathetic, right? I've got 15.20s at 39 and a quarter. You know what? I'll tell you what. If I have to sell these back to the wholesaler tomorrow, we'll probably do another crypto show tomorrow. If you don't want to buy them, I don't know what I can't. I mean, I'm under cost. I can actually sell these back to the wholesaler and make more money, but I don't want to.
Yep.
I've got U.S. silver. By the way, silver's up to what? 211, 60.25. I'm going to tell you right now. Cost on Silver Eagles today is $3.50 over the spot price. That puts my cost on a roll of Silver Eagles $1,275. I've got 10 of them. I'm going to add a whopping $1 a coin. You got to pay me $1. Okay? $1,295. So I've got Silver Eagles at $1 over cost. I've got $28 gold at $205 under spot, $140 under cost, $75 under melt. Yeah. And I'm telling you, Jason's telling you, guess what their plan is, guys? Ready? Print more money.
Yep.
That's the plan. Print more money.
He said it, and he said Kevin Worth said he wants to do it quietly. He wants to print it, and so you don't even know he's doing it.
We don't want to tell you. You can file a Freedom of Information request 2 years from now, but don't worry. We'll just go to the court and say, oh, we can't tell them. We can't tell them. Okay. We'll add another 10 years until we'll find out what has exactly happened. 800-951-0592. You want to know what real inflation is? Just look at it. You know what's so funny? I just told you about healthcare. Up 34% 2 years. Car insurance. At least that much. Home insurance. At least that much. And they're trying to tell us inflation's 3%, 3.4%. Nonsense. Nonsense. That's just insurance. You know, I don't know about where. I think it's a rule everywhere. You can't drive a car legally without car insurance, right? Most people that are buying these homes, guess what? You don't have enough down. You need home insurance because you don't have, the house is $500,000 and you didn't have $100,000 down or more than $100,000 down. You need to have it. Got to have it. Can't even get a mortgage without it. Right? I went with Jason. I did the Jason thing. I don't have health insurance anymore. I don't even know what it cost. You know what? Here I got crappy stories to tell you now. The last time I had it, they wanted $1,800 a month from just me and my wife. Right? I mean, if I'd venture to say probably be over $2,000 now if I call.
You want to hear something?
Hey, how much?
You want to hear something really bad about health insurance? I know somebody that was no insurance going to get insulin. And they went in and they told them the price. Okay, well, with your insurance, I forget what the allotment is. It's like $300 and something. And they said, what's your insurance? And they, no insurance. Oh, you're no insurance. Click, 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 click. Oh, yeah, okay, your insulin's $39. Yeah, that's how insurance is working nowadays, guys.